Hi viewers, welcome back to Sahara TV. My name is Adiola Fayum and this is our Inspire segment. And today to inspire us is none other than a Nigerian musician. He describes himself as a gospel tumbo artist. He says he plays every instrument and he's also a great songwriter. Please welcome to the studio of Sahara TV, Mr. Yinka Ayefele. Welcome to Sahara TV.
Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's good to finally meet you.
Thank you.
Okay, so you said that it's okay for us to talk about everything.
Yeah, we talk about everything.
And we are going to do that, but I just want to start from the beginning. A lot of people don't know the real you outside your performance. If you can just tell us a little bit about you. I know that you're from Ekiti.
Yeah, I'm from Ikoti, Ekiti, in Ekiti State. And I had my primary and secondary education in Ikoti, Ekiti. I went to Ondo State College of Art and Science for my political science, and I went to Ibadan, later moved down to Ibadan and joined the FRC and Ibadan National Station as a presenter, producer, and before then I've performed with some notable Nigerian musicians like Kutoya Ajagun, Michael Ade, Wale Thompson, and a host of others.
I see. So, and you studied political science, is that what you said?
Yeah, I did.
Were you planning on,
Yeah.
What were you planning on doing with your degree before you became a musician?
Well, my dad forced me, but my dad happens to be a teacher, okay. And he wanted me to, he wanted me to be in any of the higher institutions by all means. As a matter of fact, he wanted me to be a banker.
Wow.
But I only had the opportunity to go for the political science. But unfortunately, I couldn't even finish because of financial constraints. So before I later joined the FRCN, and where I had the opportunity of going to the FRCN training school.
I see.
Producer, presenter, and others.
So how did you get into music?
I've been in music before I left my hometown, Ikoti. I happened to be a member of the Boys Brigade.
Really?
I was a trumpeter.
What church?
Saviour's Anglican Church. I happened to be a trumpeter. I play side drums. And then I taught myself how to play guitar from our church. So I've been in music, and music has been in me ever since, before I left home. Then later when I got to Ibadan, I started playing for churches to raise some funds, and later joined some notable band, like I said earlier.
I see. And you are happily married?
Happily married.
Tell us about that. Wait, we have a picture. Is this a picture of you and your wife?
Yes, that's my wedding day.
Okay. When was this?
That's 2000.
I see.
Her name is Temitokwe Titilokwe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's 2000. And
you guys have kids, right?
Yeah.
How many children?
Two kids.
Okay. Well, is this your son?
That's my younger brother's son.
Ah, I see. This picture is circulating online, by the way, people saying that is your
because
son.
it's the last son of the family.
I see. And this boy?
That's the same guy.
It's the same guy, but this is not your son.
No, that's Olumide, our last boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And do you mind telling us about that accident?
Oh, yeah. It was on December 12, 1997. I was going for a radio program on OJBC, Ibadan, Abeokuta Road, when I had the accident, and in which I sustained a spinal cord injury. It was terrible. And I was rushed to the UCH Ibadan for further treatment, and I was there for 9 months. Afterwards, one of my friends advised that I should maybe put some songs together, because I used to produce musical jingles then, before the accident, and tunes for radio stations, TV stations, station idents. So Kola Olotu specifically advised that I should put some songs together, maybe to launch and raise some funds to go for further treatment abroad. So the first album was Bitter Experience. I narrated my ordeal, how it all happened, and that brought me to limelight.
Okay, so is it true that you were on your way to Mr. Kola Olabuyi's show when that happened?
Correct. I was going for his program. No, it was on Friday.
Iriaye for
Really,
people who may not know.
yeah, I was going for that program. I happened to be part of the production crew. Now, I handled the audio tapes. I produce virtually all the tunes, the sick tunes for the program, and most jingles that goes on air on his programs. So I was in possession of all the tapes. So I was going to OGBC when it all happened.
I see. 9 months you were in the hospital.
I was in the hospital on bedridden for 9 months.
So how did you, how were you able to overcome all of that?
Well, like I said, it's like determination. I determined to live because I could remember when I was in the UCH, virtually everybody that came to that ward were wheeled to the mortuary. But I determined to live, come what may, that anything that happened, I'm going to live. So from there, I determined to face it, whichever way. I'm ready for it.
Were you at any point down when they told you that you may lose your...
Yes. At first, initially, when I first had the accident, when my consultant came to me that I might not be able to move my upper limbs and the lower limbs again. It was like the world is coming to an end. But I thank God that I determined that even if the doctor says it's not going to work, I want it to work. Because when God says yes, nobody can say no. I believe that God can make it happen. So I determined.
Wow. Okay, we're so glad that you did because we're glad that we have you. So you started writing the songs. Did you ever think that it would be as successful as it has been?
Honestly, I didn't know because I enjoy broadcasting. I enjoy journalism. I enjoy studio work. I did the first album to raise funds. I didn't know it's going to turn to something big like this. So when I launched the first album and I saw the response and the acceptance, I ventured into the next album, which was Sweet Experience.
Okay.
So it was after the Sweet Experience album that I saw that, yeah, I think music is more profitable than broadcasting.
More profitable, definitely. So, what's your inspiration for the songs that you write?
Everybody will say from God. So I will say from God too. But personally, I think I've been favored because my inspiration comes when I sleep, and I think it's from God.
Okay.
Yes.
So how will you describe the kind of songs that you sing? I know you said you are gospel tungba. Tungba, what is that?
Tungba.
Tungba.
Yeah. That is what my talking drum says. It's like slamming it hard. I introduced big beat into gospel music in Nigeria. Formerly, there are ways they used to play these gospel tunes, like Jelenke and Softly. But I started playing heavily percussive music into gospel music in Nigeria. And everybody is following the trend now. I'm happy for that. So it's my own way of preaching the gospel. There is no way you would dance and not listen to the message to appreciate what God is doing for you.
So we asked some of our viewers to send in some questions, and I'm going to be asking you some of the questions that they sent. Someone was wondering how many hours you spend rehearsing. His name is Fashakin Lanri. He's wondering how many hours you spend when you're rehearsing.
We only rehearse on Tuesdays, and we spend only 2 hours to rehearse with my band boys. Wow. My boys are professionals and very good on their instruments. So I don't need much rehearsals with them. Most of my compositions comes on stage, and they flow along with me.
I see.
So I don't really need much rehearsals.
So you just, it comes as you go, right?
Especially when I see crowd and I see you, then I want to sing about you. Then the composition will
Sing
come about
praise.
you.
I see. Somebody else, Damilola Wumi, is asking, who's your mentor?
My mentor is Baba Orlando Owo of blessed memory. Um, Even before I left my village, I've been listening to Baba, and I was opportuned to meet with him. And even in one of my albums, you can, if you listen to it, I was singing that Baba ló kọ́ mi lédè pípé, ẹ bá mi kí Orlando Owo, ó kọ́ mi lédè mo mọ̀ pé. So Orlando Owo is my mentor.
I see. So part of the questions that people are asking, some of your fans expressed disappointment when they saw you singing at the First Lady's Thanksgiving, and also there's a picture of you at the rally that the First Lady organized in Abuja, you and Inyanya. So what do you have to say to people who think that you shouldn't?
Disappointed? Going for Thanksgiving? Why? Well, as far as I'm concerned, even if it is not Thanksgiving, I don't have any other job doing. This is my job, and this is what I'm living on. I have over 48 that works with me on stage, and that's what everybody is living on. So, and it's like my profession. Pastors goes to pulpit or to church to do their job, and they do what they do is what they've been paid for. That's their ministry, and this is my own ministry. So going for Thanksgiving, going for wedding, to perform anywhere for anybody, I don't see any crime in it. So far, I'm not going for campaign, and even if it is campaign, so far it is a legitimate one. There's nothing bad in it, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not a politician. I'm a gospel artist, and it is my job.
Is there any outing that you would say no to? Do you have any, like, okay, this is something that I would not want
Definitely.
to do?
If you call me for a political rally, Yinka Ayefele will not go.
But this picture that we have was actually taken when Michael, if you can please put up that picture, when the First Lady had the rally in Abuja.
Was it a political rally?
Was it not?
It is not. It was not a political rally. It was for the women, all women in Nigeria, not from a political party. Every woman in Nigeria came together.
Okay.
To maybe appeal to the government to encourage them more in participating in government. So it's not a political party. It was all the women in Nigeria. And the reason why I was part of the program was because most women are my fans. And they requested that they want Yinka Ayefele not to come and campaign. And I didn't sing to campaign. So I only sang my normal praises. And I don't say anything bad in that.
Okay, so one of the viewers is wondering your view about our present administration in Nigeria.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not a politician. And all we can do is to pray for them, that God will lead them to put everything in place the normal way. As far as I'm concerned, I cannot say anything about government or what government is doing. All I know is that we are all human, and all we need to do is support them and pray for them, for our leaders, to do it right, the way it should be done. Nobody is perfect. And the only thing we can do is to support them and make it right.
So I was referring to one of our viewers, Uwa from Twitter, and the way this person poses is that what is Yinka doing with all the money he gets performing for corrupt politicians? Is he giving them to God?
Corrupt politicians. Okay, well, any money I make, I'm not the only person spending it. I have a lot of people living on Yinka Ayefele as well. Basically, I have a charity organization, and especially those people that works with Yinka Ayefele. I have close to 200 staff now, presently, that works with me. We have the technical crew, we have musical studio, we have an internet radio, we have a lot of it. So I just make sure that I engage everybody in one thing or the other.
I see. So I'm wondering how you handle women around you, because I'm sure a lot of women are.
Yes, they are my fans, and I make sure that I maintain a very good relationship with everybody that comes my way. I don't want to be snobby, so I try to maintain everybody and see them as my friends, my close fans. Nothing more, no string attached.
No strings attached.
Yeah.
Because you still have your wedding ring.
Yes, yeah.
And you're happily married.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering some of the things that some of the stereotypes of Nigerians when it comes to disabled person that you've come across.
I don't really like Nigerian attitudes towards the disabled. It's quite unfortunate. I've experienced it, and so sad. Let me first talk about Nigerian roads. Like here in America, in UK, and other parts of the world, the government have plans for the less privileged, especially those on wheelchairs. There is no way a wheelchair disabled can walk on our roads in Nigeria. And besides, the attitude of Nigerians to the less privileged is not encouraging. There was a day I was on my way to Ibadan. I had a flat tire, and I parked in front of a petrol station, of a gas station, and waiting for my guys to fix the tire. The owner of the station just rushed out and said, hey, go, we don't allow beggars here.
Wow.
I cried.
The person didn't know you?
He didn't know, but he eventually got to know that it was Yinka Ayefele. And he was later saying...
But even if he doesn't know...
Even if it was not Yinka Ayefele, I mean... And I later told him that I was not even a beggar. That, okay, if I have come to beg, you shouldn't have... No, it's not good to just drive me away like that.
So what are some things that you wish we can have in place in Nigeria when it comes to disabled people?
Well, we can have homes for them. We don't have homes for them. The individual family manage their disabled, and it is bad. Like here, we have homes for them. The government takes care of them. I will tell you that they charge me more in Nigeria. I pay more tax in Nigeria. Unlike here, that the government will rather give me money and appreciate what I'm doing for the society. Because like I said, I have close to 200 that works with me. They don't see that. But normally, if a normal person in the society is paying 8,000, 9,000, or 15,000
in Nigeria
as their task, they charge me 150, 200, 250,000 naira. And I asked, why are they charging me like that? They said they know how much Yinka Ayefele is making, but they don't know how much Yinka Ayefele is spending, is spending to maintain everybody that I employed.
I see. So I see you're very passionate about this, and one of our viewers, Isaiah Dada, is asking if you have any NGOs for disabled people, or how you're helping to solve this problem.
Yes, like I said earlier, I have an NGO that I run. I don't manage it myself. I make sure that I employ people that works strictly on the NGO, unlike, because there have been a lot of NGOs now that people just use to raise funds. But I don't want to be involved. All I want to know or see is to make sure that they manage it properly, and the funds and every gift go to the normal channels. So I have an NGO.
For the disabled people?
Yeah, for the disabled, especially the spinal cord injured patients.
I see. And what exactly does your NGO do for them?
We give wheelchairs, crutches,
I see,
and some other things, financial support and some other things.
So if you could talk to Nigerian government, what would you say they should do when it comes to disabled people?
Well, I think it's high time they put some things together for them. Maybe plan towns and put them into consideration while planning towns.
You're not saying that they should put them in a different town. You're saying they should...
No, what I'm coming, plan towns. What I mean is, like when I was coming here, I came down from my car and I was able to, go through a ramp and come into this studio. But in Nigeria, hardly will you see a ramp.
No ramps.
They should put that in plan. That's one. Two, I think there should be homes for the less privileged. We are many. I use the word we. We are many, a lot of us, and nobody knows what is going to happen tomorrow. I didn't plan to be on wheelchair. It might be anybody's turn tomorrow. Nobody prays for it until I find myself in it. So I think the government should have planned for it. Their family is supposed not to be the one suffering on them again, because a lot of them cannot even go out to source for them. They will have to stay with them at home. And if you know what it costs to be on wheelchair, then you know what I'm talking about. Doctors cannot even talk about what we pass through. It is only us that is in the condition that can talk about it.
And it's not just a one-time thing. You still feel the pain every...
I am in 24 hours pain as I'm talking to you. I just learned to live by it.
I see. So I'm trying to round up because time is gone, but what do you have to say to somebody in an accident or in a terrible situation and they feel like they can't go on anymore with life?
Life goes on. Just take it easy and determined to live. There are a lot of things that you can do to make life easier for you, even better than those that are able. So, and just have it in mind that there is ability in every disability.
Wow. No, go on. I wanted to talk more about that.
So all you need to do is just to take heart, determined to live, and pray to God, because it's not easy. Even when you determine that there will be a lot of discouragement and some obstacles most times. Sometimes when I want to do things on time, I won't be able to do it because of my condition. At times you be depressed, but talk to yourself and see yourself as a leader too. So,
and disabled people are also people. They are human beings and they have talents and skills.
Sure. One way or the other, there have been a lot of potentials in every one of us. I'm planning to host a concert very soon, unlocking the potential in you. And it's going to be strictly for the less privileged. Now, we have a lot of them out there that can sing, that can play instruments, that can do a lot of things. But in our country today, our focus is maybe on politics and how to share the money. But there are a lot of things that we can do that is deposited in us already. So you have to unlock what is in you. Unlock the potential that is already deposited in you.
I see. So someone is asking, is it true that you made a statement that for those people who think you can't do it, they should bring their sisters to you? Because that story is circulating on the internet. Did you really say that?
I didn't say that. I read it too. But at times when I read things like this about me, there are a lot of insinuations about Yinka Ayefele. But whenever I see stories like this, I just keep mute, because the moment I talk about it, it becomes more popular. So it's better I don't talk about it.
Okay.
So I decided to keep mute.
But you didn't say that.
I didn't even grant any interview to anybody to say that.
Okay. I want to ask one more question from our viewers. This is from Prince Oluwatoba Tubo. He says, "What's the most embarrassing moment that you will never forget?"
That's what I said when that man said, "Go, go, 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 we don't allow beggars here." It was so embarrassing. I will never forget.
So people should be mindful of how they treat disabled
Not
people.
only me. It might be you tomorrow. I'm sorry. Or it might be anybody tomorrow.
Anyway, you have any albums coming out sometime?
Oh, yeah, very soon. November ending, I'm coming out with another different thing entirely.
Okay.
It's going to be. Don't tell anybody.
Okay. just tell it.
Okay. Caribbean Gospel Tumba.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And you're here in New York because you have a
I'm putting it together. I'm having shows here in New York, and I'm on a tour. And for my musical video, my last album, Goodness of God's video, and my new album, I've been doing that in Maryland.
Good.
Yeah.
And your show in New York, there's one happening tonight,
Yeah,
October...
one is happening tonight, October 4th, the Independence celebration.
Okay. And where would that be?
It's going to be in Brooklyn.
And another one is happening tomorrow?
Tomorrow, that's the parade. And
oh, you're going to be at the parade?
Yeah, I'll be in the parade tomorrow.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Are you performing after the parade?
Most likely.
Okay.
Most likely.
And is that it for New York?
Only for New York.
Is that all that you're going to do for New York?
That's all for New York. So after that, I'm moving to Dallas.
Oh, okay. So we're going to be live during the show tomorrow, and, we'll probably tune into you. Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to say to your fans, because they would be...
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody, thank every one of you for your support, for patronizing me, for encouraging me. You make me feel alive, despite the pains and everything. And I will implore you not to listen to rumor. A lot of things they say about Yinka Ayefele. If you get closer to me, you know the real me. But those that want to sell paper or want to sell their whatever, put up different things about us, not only me. But what I've just implored you is just continue supporting me, and I will remain humble.
I see.
Thank you so much.
May I ask how old is Mr. Ayefele?
I'm closer to 50 than 40.
Okay, that's good enough. Okay, that's the end of our interview, but we can't let you go without singing something.
Oh, my songs are Yoruba.
That's okay.
You don't mind?
No.
Okay. Ayefele tún ti dé, àlùjọ tún ti dé, ó yá wá ká jọ jó, ìlú olóyin mọ́mọ́. Hypertension ò lè ráyè kẹ́ bí ìlú bá ń dún, àlùjọ pọ̀ nínú ìlú mi ẹ mọ̀ náà. Paronu tí ọ̀rẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ wá ká jọ jó, ìrònú púpọ̀ hypertension máa dẹ̀ ló ń fà wá. Bẹ̀rẹ̀ ó yá bẹ̀rẹ̀ wá ká jọ jó, bẹ̀rẹ̀ ó yá bẹ̀rẹ̀ wá ká jọ jó, òjò tó rọ̀ tó kún ìkòkò lágbàlá gidi.
You're singing and playing at the same time. Yeah. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming in our studio. It's really nice having you.
You're welcome.
All right, viewers, that has been Mr. Yinka Ayefele. I hope that you've been inspired by his stories today. Stay tuned. We still have more to come, and we have the regular shows. We'll be right back.